Welcome back to the crossover, and while most of London mourns Layton and Luke dying from that book accident, it's still up to me to solve this case over in Europe.
Anyone have it?
Jovah, sorry, Phoenix, I'm sorry, remember, the UK is not part of Europe anymore.
We're back then.
Is this...
After flying clear across the Atlantic, we finally found ourselves in ye old London.
Ye old London.
Nick was stuck working right up until when we left, so he's kind of tired. But I'm pumped and ready to get my sightseeing on. Do you even know where you're going, Maya?
Does she ever?
London before.
Even though he said he was only here for the attorney exchange thing and wouldn't have to appear in court, well...
You're making it sound like it's Phoenix's fault.
Yeah, it is.
How?
We still ended up in court. And Nick said I'm the one who would jinx us.
You did jinx
Yeah,
us!
she is making it out to be Nick's fault.
So this is the classic case attorney dynamic. There's always an assistant who's kind of has this kind of type of banter with the greatest attorney does this too. So, although I will say that that's one of my least favorite assistants, but that's not the time for that going into that here.
Whew. Glad the first part's over. That witness was quite a character.
I bet he'd love to be one. In a crime drama. He'd end up making it a comedy, though.
I would say the bill, but that was actually at this point.
Hot fuzz.
So he's perfect for your franchise, Maya? I'd hate it if poor Isabella was found guilty because of his nonsense. But at least it looks like we might be able to get Isabella not guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope that cheered Isabella up a bit. Unless she's still on those drugs.
Oh, hello.
I forgot about Darklaw.
She's reading my newspaper.
Yeah, that's basically how the actress does it. So.
Maybe it's just me, but she doesn't look pleased. I'd say go for Abby Trott's take on Maya, though.
Oh yeah, that's what she's doing at this point. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
it's
hold
you.
on.
I appreciate your efforts, Mr. Wright.
I don't think Abby Trott was voicing Maya up until Ace Attorney 6.
Until 6.
Yeah.
Oh right, you're right. Well, I was more directing her to sound more like the actress in this game, more like.
But while I understand your drive to win this case...
My drive?
It's his fucking job!
This is not the time for your personal ambitions.
It's his fucking job!
See, Darko, are you gaslighting?
Yes, she is. I don't...
Girl boss gatekeep gaslight. I told you before, didn't I? That's my
don't get me
job.
wrong, I will be gladly be stalked by these women, but, time and place.
That Espella is pleading guilty and that you should accept the proposed punishment.
Then again, guys, what do you expect from a woman called Darklaw? Like, seriously, that's...
Also, Tio, it looks like she's gonna step on Phoenix instead, unfortunately.
What kind of cruel parents will name their child Darklaw?
Actually, to be fair, Darklaw's her last name, so that was a familial
still,
thing.
It's a problem of the entire family.
Even still, though, like...
But, Mr. Darklaw, Espella could be innocent.
You know it's
Yeah, she
important
could
because it's
be
highlighted
innocent.
in red.
Believe me, it would be in Espella's best interests if you end the trial as soon as possible.
Yours.
Oh, is that by the time the drugs wear off?
Probably.
I wonder.
Yeah.
The more this trial goes on, the more traumatic it is for this poor girl.
Okay,
She's
actually-
proud of it.
I wouldn't
Actually,
be able
you know
to
what?
tell. She looks like she's on too much morphine to feel pain right now.
Alright, you know what? Since we're in Britain, we have our own insults for people like her. She's a cow.
Yeah, she is a cow.
Okay, well, speaking of another word that started with C, but...
She may be saying that she's guilty, but is she really?
That word is reserved for special people.
Okay.
We don't want our school being shoved into the limelight because of this case.
Oh, so it's all because of the school's reputation, of course.
Even though
Prestigiousness.
the school has a name.
She actually did
So if you
mention it earlier.
So if you could please refrain from picking at meaningless details, such as that toy
I mean, it's
thing,
ugly by
abomination.
But,
Get this trial over with quickly. This is your client's wish, Mr.
Okay,
Wright.
Darklaw, how many times have you said that? This is your client's wish. She wants to plead guilty. She is 100%. Go shut the.
It's a relief to hear that. Let's go, Isabella.
Yes,
What,
I'll
me telling you shut the fuck up, yeah.
Yes, Miss Darklaw.
beep boop.
What the heck was that all about? We've been busting our butts in there trying to prove that Isabella is innocent, and she expects us to just give up now?
Why are you yelling at me, Maya?
I'm just yelling in general.
Remember, Phoenix, you're kind of Maya's punching bag for these things.
Yeah.
When you think about it, Darklaw's acting very strange.
No.
No, you think?
Her own pupil's on trial, and she's just standing around reading.
Other people's newspapers? Maybe that's an English tradition. There's nothing about a spell in that paper. Is she checking the soccer scores or something?
Oh, you uncultured
This
swine.
was translated by a British studio originally. Why?
To be fair, Phoenix is American, so...
Yeah,
Maybe they thought it would be more
Japanese.
appropriate because the characters.
Yeah,
Oh
but
no,
remember-
yeah, he's from Jamaica.
Yeah, remember, Dwebs. In the localized version of the S Attorney games, Phoenix is from America, so it makes sense for him to say soccer instead, actually.
And yet, for some reason, he still spells defense with a C despite being American.
I guess they missed that memo.
Oh boy, it's now.
We're only giving you Americans one, okay? You're not getting the rest of it.
One gets one.
It's English, okay? Just roll
The
with it.
court will now reconvene. Prosecution, is your witness ready?
Oh, Your Honor. Bailiff, please bring her in.
I'm
Alright,
so not
Tio,
ready for
you're
this.
up.
My name is Olivia Aldente. The warm winds of the Mediterranean Sea carry the spicy scent of a seafood stew. A hot Sicilian stew that soothes the hearts of sailors braving the raging waters.
That sounds
Sicilian stew.
delicious.
It's your utensils. You have to cook with that.
Sicilian cuisine and il nostro mare.
Alright, keep up the tradition.
Okay, Theo, so might as well ask, how's her accent?
What was that phrase that Eugene said in the Tangled series?
You'll have to be more
Yes.
specific.
The one
Is that-
towards the climax, basically. On that
She's employed as a cook, Your Honor.
Again, I'll get you back on later. on that.
Interesting attire you're wearing, Miss Aldente.
This is my work outfit. It gets very hot in the kitchen, you know.
Oh my. Just
Do you not
how...
like spill oil on your stomach and that fucking hurts? Like,
There will be a pleasant change after that chocoholic guard you got up my nose. Nice to see the judges remaining impartial. I mean, a UK trial being cricket? I can't imagine that.
Yeah, all those clean American ones. Miss Aldente discovered a defendant in the cargo hold when she went for supplies.
Look, let's just agree the entire world is eventually going to go into a dark age of the law eventually. So this is the crew member that Johnny saw fighting with Isabella.
Is she cutting a potato?
Yeah, stealing.
That is right, Mr. Wright. Right. Miss Aldente was the first person to discover the intruder.
Let's be nice and pretend that he's the first one to come up with that joke.
Then she is the victim of assault, hit with a steel pipe. How cruel. That's nothing. Usually our victims end up dead over here.
If I'd only had my precious kitchen knife with me at the time.
Are you just admitting that you would have killed her?
It would have been in self-defense, though, Shiroi.
I'd have shown my exceptional cutting skills.
Judge.
She's the victim, Shiroi, so we have to be lenient on her.
Don't blame the victim.
Nick, look at that. She's an expert potato peeler.
Focus, Maya.
Wouldn't you
Jesus
say
Christ,
she's an ace potato peeler?
Maya, and food.
You'd better watch out around her.
As if you're not the one who hit him with a crowbar.
I'll keep that in mind.
Again, being Phoenix is suffering.
Yeah.
Maya will always find a way to ensure that endures. Witness, we will now hear your testimony. Describe to us what happened in the cargo hold.
We put Captain Solo in there.
Certamente, gladly. I went to the cargo hold to check the supplies. It was past 10 p.m. Fake, she should be saying 22. And I found that girl hiding and clutching one of them bizarro toys.
Oh wow, even she's freaked out by them.
She made easy to run away, so I tried to stop her. Then she grabbed a pipe. She's short, but she fiercely swung the pipe at me. I tried to dodge. But she hit me on the head. I blacked out for a few minutes.
And that's it.
According to the medical report, you suffered a laceration on your head, correct?
Is it updated?
It's
Yeah,
used to be in
checking, yeah.
order.
Update the medical report.
Ah, that. It's covered by the shepherd, so you can't see it now.
I like how her hair looks like seaweed.
But when I chop up veggies, it hurts in the river with strikes. Chop, chop, chop.
Oh, the poor lady. That sounds most terrible, Miss Aldente. What a
Just like
tragedy.
Everyone sheds quite a tear. I should have been more careful, but she looked like a little piccola girl. That's redundant.
I guess Piccolo means little.
Yeah.
Olivia is much taller than Espella.
Yeah, Espella's about the same size as you. In fact, she even has a similar hairdo to you.
That's why in Luke Dwebb's the bully character keeps calling the main characters Piccolito because it means little ones.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to present, as your boss says it where it, the decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. A piece of paper.
No.
I think it's what's on the paper that counts.
Nah, it's the paper.
There is a photograph of the defendant's fingerprints on the steel pipe. As you can see, the fingerprints are very clear. They were left by the assailant. They have already been examined and found to be those of the defendant.
Oh yeah, now I'm in usual territory. A supposedly airtight case against my client. Well, that settles it. This is undoubtedly decisive evidence.
Yes, you see, are all your trials this short, Mr. Wright?
What? My first one was... I won that one with flying colors. The fingerprints on the weapon are Espella's.
Just to put your inquisitive mind at peace, Mr. Wright, there were no other fingerprints.
This photograph shall be added to the evidence.
There we go. Alright then, guilty. Have I not warned you, Mr. Wright? Further examination is but a waste of time. Just like your suit.
Nick, what do we do now? This evidence clearly points to a speller. Have you not paid attention to any of the trials you've sat in?
Or the trials that you've been the client in. We're pleading that a spell is not guilty.
End of story.
Also, Maya, when you said that you may be small but you're well proportioned in the right places, what exactly did you mean by that?
I'm well proportioned.
Top knot.
Okay, fine. I'll
Let's
pretend.
go with that.
Yeah, let's go.
Remember who her sister is, everybody.
True. And we do see that she grows up to, well, now even be older than her sister by the time of 6, so yeah.
Okay,
Well, I mean, yeah,
okay,
because her
Jovah.
sister heckin' died.
Jovah, forget that. What about her proportions in case 6-3, if you know what I mean?
Oh, don't worry. The audiences will get to see that all too well.
I don't wanna.
Time for the cross-examination.
Cross-examination.
All right, then. Hold it! You had to check the supplies at that late hour? It must be tough being a cook.
No, the saying, a thirsty sailor will drink the whole Mediterranean Sea.
Objection! How is this relevant?
That's why I always need to make sure we're properly stocked up, sweetie. Ta-da!
I guess she's efficient at that. Is she making those sayings up, though?
I can tell you it's not a common thing at all here.
The incident occurred at 10:20 p.m. when Smiles was doing the row. Well, so he says he was, anyway.
I see. Understood. And what happened in the cargo hold? Hold it! And this bizarre toy she was holding was none other than
PC Badger, was it? The girl held in a tight grip, like a Seahawk holds its prey.
Are you certain it was the defendant?
It was kinda dark in that room, but I swear on Neptune it was there.
Well, now that has to be true.
The witness was engaged in a face-to-face fight with the defendant. Even if the room was poorly lit, there is no doubt she would recognize her assailant.
Estella was holding PC Badger.
By the throat.
Maybe she was using the crowbar on PC Badger to get rid of that abomination.
But there were so many of them in the crate, Shiroi. Only getting rid of one would only exacerbate the issue.
Send a message.
Throw them in the Thames. They would have melted.
Yeah.
He was right there.
What is the Thames a river of lava or something?
No, the Thames is one of the dirtiest rivers in existence.
She had nowhere to run though, cause she was at the far end of the room.
I see.
Are you wearing ear pods in your ears? What are you dancing to?
I'm really good at catching chickens when I try to run from the knife, so I caught her rapidamente.
Your Honor, do you not hear the music that is clearly playing? This is how stuff usually goes.
I got
No.
the feeling.
Yeah, she's enjoying the tunes.
What are you talking about? And when you caught her, things took a violent turn. And why is the Italian and the Americans over there bopping their heads? There is no music in this courtroom.
Oh god, he doesn't know.
Yeah, she was so small, you know, he wouldn't think she had that in her. There was a steel pipe propped against the wall right next to her.
So, was it the pipe from this picture?
Yeah. She picked it up and held it in both hands. And then...
Why the hell did you keep going to work? This was fairly recent with that kind of injury. Wouldn't you, like, stay home for a bit?
Objection! Yeah, maybe commitment. You're claiming that the defendant swung the pipe at you.
Maybe, okay.
Well, that's impossible.
Why do you say that, sweetie?
Because I just whacked him around the back of the head and I couldn't do it.
Aside from my assistant's, let's call it helpful advice, the defendant's fingerprints were found on the pipe. But there is a contradiction here.
Prediction? Impossible!
There has to be one. The objection theme is playing. This is most interesting. Well then, the defense shall explain. My God, even I can hear it now. What's in the photo of the fingerprints contradicts the testimony. Tell this while I also bop out to this wonderful tune.
My theory is that the prosecutor isn't. For some reason, he can't hear music.
It's the position of the fingerprints, Your Honor. Oh, the position? Observe. According to the witness's testimony, the defendant held the pipe like this.
Because I like the judge.
How can I do that all the way from here? In order to hit the witness on the head, she raised the pipe like so.
Agent 47 can do it.
That is precise of what she said.
I know how, Phoenix. Do that thing you did in the movie. Throw it as a hologram or something.
But that's a hologram. I don't think it would hurt him. Anyway, but then she struck from above. But here's the problem. Think about the fingerprints that she would have left had she done just that. What are you getting at, Mr. Wright? Look closely at the way I'm holding the pipe. In this situation, the fingerprints would look like this. The thumb is above the other fingers. Indeed, there's no doubt about it.
You can hold a pipe really well.
Now, take a look at the fingerprints that were actually left on the pipe. Goodness! The thumb! It's
A thumb.
below the other fingers.
Well, maybe she held it a different way. What?
That's right.
That would be incredibly awkward to do.
Miss Aldente?
What? What is it?
Had the defendant attacked you as you described, the fingerprints would have been the other way around, which means... Ha! Something's not right with your testimony!
Can the defense please stop banging the desk?
Those are expensive, sir.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? Suddenly an imposing pipe organ, too? These fingerprints were submitted as decisive evidence, but the defense has turned it all bloody around.
Like it's a turnabout, eh?
Why, yes, an English turnabout. How come this contradiction was not brought to light before?
Also, I like how he said that first line implying that it was actually labeled on the evidence as decisive. It's like, here you go.
Miss Aldente, what do you have to say about this?
How'd you get all those in the courtroom?
She
Pocket
probably
space.
stashed them somewhere in her pockets, yeah. Excuse me, Miss Aldente?
Know how to bring out the full sweetness of a sweet potato.
You treat it with a lot of love?
Potatoes need love like everything else.
You use a pinch of salt.
Oh, well,
Is that you telling us you're salty right now?
Interesting, right? You use salt to make something taste sweeter.
She's almost dead.
I'm not following. Did she ever have it?
I remember it now. It was the other way around. Not that you'd expect it.
Oh, really?
How?
I think if I remember correctly what she's about to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I got a bit confused. You normally hold a pipe like that. But she's so small and the pipe is heavy. She held it the other way.
Oh, ho, ho. The other way?
That's not how we saw it in the flashback.
Right, this is the UK. People who were left-hander were basically burned.
Yeah.
Not like this.
Not like this.
She held it in this way, like a ninja.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Objection! Ugh. But you testified that she fiercely swung the pipe at you.
I'm telling you, I got confused. Olivia, sorry, okay?
Why are you speaking in first person?
I guess that bang on the head must have done a bit more to her than we thought.
Or
How could
third
you...
person, rather.
Oh, why don't you go fry an egg? What does it matter if she held it one way or another?
Shut up, Phoenix, you egg.
If you were bold, that would make sense, but
You
he is...
wouldn't call a slightly salted sweet potato a salty potato, because it's still a sweet potato, no matter what you add to it.
Oh god, that would be the worst thing Phoenix would lose if he lost a case. He'd have to have his head shaved.
Damn it, Takumi, this is no time for your stinking haikus. Like,
This probably has a
Agree with his
point.
point.
Doesn't see Mr. Wright?
Maybe he made a bet on how many haikus he could fit in there. So, the defendant attacked the witness holding the pipe backhanded. What is this, tennis? Seems a bit unnatural, but I guess it does make sense, I suppose.
Indeed it does, Your Honor. There is no problem with this evidence after
You're
all.
just winging
He's
it,
saying
aren't
this
you?
knowing that he's representing the country of England in what is the equivalent to the Legal Lawyer Olympics. Does the defense agree?
No.
If I agree, there are no problems with this evidence. We'll be one step away from losing this case. There's gotta be a contradiction somewhere in that fishy testimony.
Best because she's a cook.
Could Espella have hit Olivia holding the pipe backhanded?
9.
Such tension.
Huh. Objection! Objection! Huh. Well, Miss Aldente, I'm afraid that you're in a pickle now.
Boo! Boo!
Hey, they can't all...
I don't really see why.
Adding a pack of lies to a testimony can turn things very sour for a witness.
you know, Jovah,
Stop.
Well, he will be a dad later. It would seem the defense is prepared to prove its claim or make terrible dad jokes. So, could it be that there is a contradiction in this witness's testimony? Correct,
Maybe,
Your
yeah.
Honor. I won't know until I try. Well then, the defense shall now present evidence to the court. The evidence contradicting the assertion that the defendant hit the witness holding the pipe backhanded is...
Your mum.
Take that! Impossible, she's not in the court record. Miss Aldente, you previously testified that you were using that hat to cover the wound you received in the assault.
It's normal for signorinas to cover up things we don't want others to see.
The double entendres with this woman.
I guess technically she's not wrong. I mean,
That's not all. You also described the defendant as little, if you recall.
Multiple times.
That is to say, Miss Cantabella is, at the very least, shorter than you.
I've grown tall and healthy thanks to the wonderful Mediterranean sunshine.
Aww.
I'm not sure that's how it works, honey.
Let me ask you then.
But if it did, she chose to stunt her growth by coming here.
Wow. Poor girl. How did a girl shorter than you, holding a heavy pipe, backhanded, manage to land a blow to the back of your head? I'd say it's impossible.
Maybe she's standing on a box.
I will let you know. We are... The fingerprints on the weapon show the defendant holding it backhanded. But even if she didn't... Huh! It is highly unlikely she would be able to hit Miss Aldente's head like that. We're not in a fighting game here, people. Order! I will have order! What is the defense getting at?
And even if it's highly unlikely, it cannot be proven that it was impossible.
Want a bet?
Miss Cantabella's fingerprints were found on that pipe, Your Honor.
Phoenix, want me to go hit him with the pipe to prove the point?
Nothing can change the fact that it was a defendant who held the weapon.
It's a tempting offer, Maya, but I kind of want to break him myself. That is so. With facts and logic. Does the defense have any comments? I can't deny that.
Well, there's only one logical conclusion from this.
It's clear that Espella did hold that pipe.
She held it like this, right? Why would she do that? It would be hard to hit anyone like this.
Maya, you're a genius! When she holds it like that, it looks as if...
She's holding a pipe.
The court recognizes the validity of the prosecution's objection. About time he's making England look bad. Fingerprints on the weapon prove that it was used by the defendant.
You know, Jov, I can imagine Takumi and Hino having a drunk night and everything, and they're just telling each other puns.
Yeah, oh god, yes. The defendant's fingerprints may be on the pipe. However, that doesn't prove she hit anyone with it.
Objection! Nonsense! What else would you pick up a steel pipe for?
Objection!
Not a plumber!
Oh, I think I've got a pretty good idea.
He's a plumber.
Dressed like that? Well then, the defense may elaborate on its idea. Like, the kitchen is one thing, but tending to sewers dressed like that is just asking for trouble. What I say next will turn this trial around. The defendant's fingerprints were left on the weapon when she...
Reach for a weapon.
Now that's
Well, naturally. She held the pipe with both hands when she stopped it from coming down onto her head. What, stopped it?
Where are the other fingerprints then?
Well,
Think about it, Glibs.
With both hands.
That's right, like this. Don't question how I got
I
this.
thought she was going to hit Phoenix again.
she's
Yeah.
Please take another look at this photo. These are not the fingerprints of an assailant, but rather the fingerprints of a victim who was defending herself.
I was just going to say defendants for it to rhyme.
Which brings us to the conclusion
Yes.
that Miss Cantabella didn't attack the witness. Far from it, actually. Ha! She was, in fact, a victim, desperately trying to defend herself.
Cannot be!
And if Miss Cantabella was a victim, who was the real assailant? There's only one person who could have done it.
The security guard.
Yes.
Yeah?
The only other person at the crime scene was Olivia Aldente! It was you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Order! 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 If I cannot have order, the court will be adjourned. That's
Keep speaking!
Be quiet, all of you. You just don't quit, do you? Jesus. That poor you.
Stop doing
Now
that!
I feel like you should get the chop. I want to show you my knife up close.
Judge, again.
Assault with murder weapon.
Jackson! Have you lost your mind, Mr. Wright? The witness is the victim, not the assailant.
Yes.
What
The
about
woman.
Mr. Wright, what about her?
I know, right? Want to talk about somebody who's
Oh, no,
damaging the
fingerprints.
desks?
There are no fingerprints other than the defendants on the weapon.
Objection! Look at the witness's outfit. She's wearing gloves. That's why she left no fingerprints.
You prickly sear chin.
Objection! But you cannot be sure she was wearing gloves that night. Were you psychic?
Someone
Objection!
free that
You
eel.
have my
The witness has called this her work outfit, so she must have been wearing it when she went to check supplies.
Unless she was slacking on the job.
Yeah, she could have
Hold
become...
it! You devil's lawyer, slippery as an eel! It was me because I had gloves on, and it was only me wearing gloves. As it.
Well, we know you could have been the murderer.
There was that guy, the guard. He was wearing gloves too. And he's an idiot.
The god? Oh, was that the previous witness?
We already forgot about it.
Already forgot.
No, I think it's because she said God. You know, he's so bad at it, maybe they didn't think.
That's a part of the guard's uniform by regulation.
See, that guard, Johnny, he was wearing gloves that night too.
I'll stab him.
That's a cleaver, it's a bit hard to do that.
Chop then.
Well, what do you say to that, Mr. Wright? Since you're claiming that the assailant is the person who had gloves on, that would make the guard a suspect as well. Could Johnny be the culprit?
He's too an idiot to do that.
Ha! Johnny Smiles is not the culprit.
He's an idiot, but he's not the culprit.
Why not? Anyone with gloves could have done it. Didn't you just say that?
He's too stupid, though.
Like, no, I didn't. However, it does seem plausible that the guard could have done it. He was wearing gloves, after all. I'm afraid that's impossible, Your Honor, and I have proof.
My
You do?
Oh, it's the badge. It's a bit tiny, but it works.
Fascinating. Let's see this proof, if you really have it. Please enlighten us as to why Smiles cannot be the culprit. Provide the proof.
Take that! Mr. Smiles is, to put it nicely, what you may call a free spirit.
Sure.
Trevor White's his take
Is
that.
that what we're calling it nowadays?
Yeah, there is no guarantee he would follow the rules and wear his full uniform. And this evidence proves he did not wear gloves.
Wait! Don't throw torch at me!
There you go, he did throw it at him. Will someone please wipe the chocolate off of this evidence?
Eat it, Your Honor.
Ahem.
No.
No, Your Honor.
No.
This chocolate is the evidence.
That too, yeah.
What?
Free him.
Mr. Smiles was snacking on a chocolate bar during his patrol. That's why his flashlight is in this sorry state. It is a victim of chocolate, Your Honor,
What a crime.
and covered in his chocolatey fingerprints.
We're gonna find Cadbury guilty then.
Therefore, we know that he didn't wear gloves when patrolling the ship that night. Actually, no, it's from a Wonka bar, apparently. Rule-breaking, chocolate-loving Johnny Smiles was not the culprit.
What? That's ridiculous. It's too silly.
Hey, where'd the eel
You know
go?
what world you're in.
Objection!
Objection! Your Honor, the defense has merely pointed out. To call this witness a criminal without actual evidence against her is preposterous.
Objection! Huh. The prosecution's duty is to clear what doubts there may be regarding the defendant's guilt. And I have demonstrated that there is, at the very least, a possibility that the witness is not telling the truth.
Objection!
Objection! At the very least, Isabella Caterpillar is not innocent.
Are you as sure as you are about your dress code?
Cooperated by PC Badger, the toy that she attempted to steal.
Oh no. No.
Oh, no. God.
No.
God, no.
Listen,
Back to the other music, please.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Throw it in the Thames.
What was that? Did Olivia just freeze for a second?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because
right?
she did that horrible music.
Prosecutor Finch, explain to the court about this toy, this new piece of evidence. Creepy.
now I can hear the music. Please switch it off.
Oh, thank you.
This is the stuffed toy the defendants tried to steal that night. Oh my god, what a horrible song that was.
One of its legs would appear to be missing. The poor thing.
Toy, Your Honor.
Poor
We had
thing,
to
I
blame two
said.
parents wanting to reunite with their child.
This mishap befell PC Badger as the witness and defendant were fighting. The captain of the freighter reported the damage after the defendant's arrest.
So, this is the stuffed animal Olivia snatched from Isabella. I see. The court would like to hear the witness's testimony regarding this evidence.
Witness, your testimony. Now. And stop cutting the desk. Excuse me, witness, you have been asked to testify.
I'm so very sorry. I got a little upset from all these accusations.
The amount of damage done to this courtroom.
I'm not used to this. And to be called a liar.
I don't know, you look like you could be quite the poker player.
You used to be called. You used to be called. You're used to be called the Italian word for it. Ah, it's only natural. Don't worry about that. It's all that slimy attorney's fault.
Why do I feel like an eel on a chopping board?
Hey Maya, wanna test that out?
No!
Also, Your Honor, I'm pretty sure the prosecution just committed an ad hominem, so...
The witness will now testify.
This court is fucked.
Well, it is a British court.
Oh yeah, like America fares much better in this series.
Is there a single court in this fucking world that actually works?
Well, I'm sure there's the Kingdom of Kurai, and I hear that one works. Supposedly. Maybe.
Sure.
Nostro mare.
Whatever she says.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
I'll make sure this is the last time she says it in court.
Yeah, so join us next time.
Oh wait, hold on, Dwibs. So you mentioned something about Trevor White's Take That, you were saying?
I think his Take That's better than his objection.
Oh, definitely. Again, it's weird. Like, the Hold It is not amazing either, but at least it's fine. It's just, the objection is the one thing that is so... I
will argue that his performance in Rise of Rome is still the worst that I've heard from him.
To be fair, it's Rise of Rome.
Oh, yeah. Like, look. While his Phoenix voice may be hit or miss, to be fair, pretty much almost all the acting in Rise of Rome was missed. And I do not blame the actors for that one iota. That script, man. It's
on the script, as noted by Dartigan. A lot of times, characters do punctuate their phrases for no real reason.
Huh.
So join us next time after Tio kills me for butchering Italian.
See you then.
Yeah.